So this video is titled "A Man's Character is His Fate." I think it's a very interesting title. So let's go ahead and check out this video by Smooth Men. Every man got a right to decide his own destiny. Bob Marley.
Would you say your navigation skills are? Would you conclude that as of this present moment right now that you are navigating towards exactly what you intended for your life? Would you agree also that there are
Yes.
periods of times where you are navigating towards what you truly want and need within your life, but there's just such barriers completely trying to block you away from navigating towards it? So when something like that is presented within your life abruptly, just kind of, you can almost guess it
It
when it
happens,
happens,
right?
and all of a sudden it just happens. How exactly are you reacting to it at that moment that it is realized by yourself? Now, a lesson that should be arched and printed completely just a part of a man's psyche is that his character determines his fate. And this was quoted by Heraclitus back in 500 BC. It's pretty crazy to think that something that was quoted so far back in history has such prevalent value as it stands as it once was quoted way back then. Now just take a quick second and evaluate yourself. Evaluate your character. Simply, is it good or is it bad? Do you stand up for the thing that is right for you within your life
Bro, these damn memes, bro.
and act for the good for everything around you? Or are you truly not standing for what you are meant for within life and you can't give a rat's behind about how you treat everything around you? Character is built,
What is it?
and you can't
Brothers
give a
make
rat's
millions doing what?
behind about how
Brothers make millions using webcam girls to sell SOB stories to desperate men. Oh, sob
you
stories.
treat everything around you. Character is built and
Sheesh.
accumulated over time.
Tough
This is
road.
why it determines a man's fate. If a man is going about his whole life accumulating and building just such bad character qualities within himself and provoking it out there as just horrid, it's just inevitable for that outcome. It's just going to be a horrible fate for that man. And obviously, it's quite the opposite. If a man builds good character within his life, accumulates good character qualities within his life, and puts out good character to his environment.
The best way to learn how to do that is get a mentor, find mentorship, find somebody older than you that probably does something that you wish that you would like to do. So I'm not saying just find a millionaire and talk to him, right? Just say you have some interest in fitness, right? You go to the gym 2 or 3 times a week and you constantly see the same faces. Introduce yourself, especially if they're bigger than you. Hey, how can I get like you? What do you do? Right. And then they'll 9 times out of 10 be gladly to tell you, right? Oh, I do this workout, I eat this, I go to sleep like this. And then it's up to you to take what they do and then add it into your life. Now, instead of the gym, put anything that you're actually interested in, go to wherever those people hang out at. And if you don't know where those people hang out at, you could Google it, right? And then go do it. That's the best advice I could give for that.
It's inevitable he's going to have such a great fate. And what simply boils down to what determines a good and bad fate within a man's life is he actually enjoying his life at the end of all of it? At the end of a turn point? Is he enjoying life in general? At times it may become very difficult to maintain good character within life. It's a balancing act. That's all life really is a balancing act. Making sure you put out enough and act upon good enough character, but not so much so as you're boasting out there too much, as if you're just puffing your chest and making your world think that you're better than it, or acting quite the opposite and just not caring about your world whatsoever and just intentionally treating your world badly. Ultimately, it's just stemming from you treating yourself badly and acting out as bad. And all that
I agree with that.
accumulation of good or bad character moments within your life, it all navigates you. Navigating you as a man towards a good fate or a bad fate. It's quite astonishing if you get a
Not
chance
an
to ever even
incel.
witness a man with bad character within his life. No matter the amount of success behind that guy, because that guy could be very successful. Physically seen by the naked eye, he could seem like he has everything well off within his life. But on closer inspection with that man's character, you can tell he is navigating towards a bad fate.
So, like an example of that, you see a guy that has a lot of money, he drives a fancy car, and you're like, man, that guy, he must be living a great life. And it turns out the guy stole a lot of this money. So what happens when you steal? You either end up in jail or you end up dead, right? So yeah, he's enjoying the fast life right now. Someone's gonna come knocking, especially if you're a thief. So yeah, that's definitely true. The outside is one thing, but how you actually got it is another.
As in, he's not truly enjoying his life. Same as if you witness a man with good character. No matter the success within his life, because that guy could be living out of a box but have such good character qualities, and it is just so seen out there that he is navigating towards fulfillment, actual enjoyment within his life. It's all up to you, man. It's all how you navigate it. Do
True.
you need to evaluate your character? Are you acting out in a certain
You
way?
should always evaluate your character, evaluate who you are, especially moments of growth, right? If you learn something new and then you add it to your life and you fast forward 3 to 6 months from now, how has that information affected you? How has it changed you? Did it positively change you? Did it negatively change you? And even if it did change you negatively, is there a way to move past it, and then in moving past it, that negative thing actually turned out to be a positive thing in the end? Comes through evaluation.
That is steering you, navigating you away from actual enjoyment within life and just steering you towards the wastelands, that bad fate. Just keep feeding into it, keep driving along that path, and just becoming more and more unenjoyed within life. Because I can absolutely guarantee, once a man can evaluate his character and truly deal with the faults of his character and change it towards the good, immediately enjoyment is to come within a man's life. And once it's picked up on and kept on, building upon, that man is traveling down that smooth path of life, all the way to the fate of those happy endings.
Saint Perigine, patron saint of all forms of cancer. We ask you for your help in asking God to heal my cancer and keep it in remission. Pray for me so that I may live a long and faithful life.
Hmm. So I think this was a good video. This is something you can reflect upon, something that can help you grow, right? Regardless if you believe in God or do not believe in God, this is something that every human should implement into their life. Introspection, meditation, just thinking about your current situation, regardless if you enjoy it or not. If you do enjoy it, that's great. So think about what makes you enjoy it. How did you get to this enjoyment? Also, if you don't enjoy where you're at, where you're at, how did I end up into this position? But if you don't enjoy where you're at, how can I change it? How can I move into a position that I actually do enjoy? Right? This is something every person should do. Every single person should honestly look at their life, not necessarily say, oh, my life is bad, but say, it's not where I want to be. So, where do you want to be? How can you get there? And these are the things that every person just has to sit and think about. And it might not come to you within an hour, a day, a week, or a month. Sometimes it will take a substantial amount of time, but it also depends on how much effort you're willing to put in to change your life. But that's all the preaching I got for you, man. You guys have a great day. This was great. Smooth men. I'm gonna hit a sub. Let's try and get them to 1,000 subs so we can start making cash on these videos. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.